Just past mile 20, got a 10K to go and I'm hurting. Ugh, my feet are in pain. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is my quick recap of the San Antonio Rock and Roll Marathon that happened this past Sunday. Today is now Friday, December 8th. And I wanted to wait a few days to kind of give this recap because I wanted to make sure my thoughts were clear on it, okay? Sunday and Monday I was kind of like in my head. It took a couple days and talking to a couple people to kind of make me come back down to earth and realize everything's okay, all right? So first, let me take this off my neck. We did finish the race. Here is the medal to prove it, the marathon, it says so. I'm gonna put this aside. Okay, I'm gonna kind of take you back and recap the last couple weeks of training, the days up to the race, and then the race itself really quick. So, leading up to the race, I think training went as well as it could have gone. I did all the workouts that they gave me, and it came to a point with the training where I think my longest run was like 2:15, not much longer than 2:15. I don't know if I went to a 2:20. And the reason for that is when training for a marathon, you get to a point where there's called diminishing returns. And the fact that once you get to that line, you're no longer benefiting yourself. So when training for a marathon, oftentimes you don't need to go beyond like a 3-hour block. I think that's one of the places we could have improved this training was to go beyond the 220, 230, 240 mark, closer to the 3-hour training mark. But again, with 16 weeks of training, with a week in Tennessee where I couldn't really get a whole lot of runs in, I think we did as best as we could with this race. How did I feel the days leading up to the race? I thought taper went really well. I felt really fresh Saturday, as you saw in last week's video. My last 30-minute shakeout run the day before the race, I felt good. That night, though, I was talking to a friend and Pam, and she'd asked me how I was feeling, how I mentally was feeling, how I was physically feeling, etc., and what I thought was going to happen for the race. And I told her I probably will be okay till about 15 to 17 miles. After that, I think the wheels are going to start to fall off, okay? I couldn't have been more accurate with that prediction. Leading up into the race that morning, I woke up, ate my pancakes, had some salt in the pancakes, had my hydration. I think I put 1,000 milligrams of sodium in the water. I sipped that all the way to the race. I went to the bathroom before the race. Everything was good. The Imodium, perfect. It worked to a charm. And everything was going well. I got to the race start line. I was in corral 3 of like 15 or 20 corrals. Like, it was tremendous how deep this race was. And yeah, so race started. Everything went well, boom, hit the button. And the way the race plan was set up was 0.2 miles of a recovery and then a 5-mile block, okay? And each 5-mile block got a few seconds faster just to try to keep the pace to set that goal. Now, the goal based on that was gonna be around a 4:37. My goal was 4:30. And Dom even said I could have picked up the pace at any point in time. I could always go a little faster if I'm feeling good, save it for the back end. All right, so it was basically 5 blocks of 5 miles. First 5 miles, I was feeling good. And I'll put my paces here real quick. My paces were for each mile: 10:42, 10:29, 10:29, 10:25, 10:39. And that 10:39 changed because the back like half a mile or so of mile 4 was uphill. Nothing too spectacular, but it was uphill. So it caused me to slow down a little bit, but I was feeling really good going into Fort Sam Houston. We did our little 0.2 miles where I did a little bit of walking in there just to kind of get the heart rate drop down and try to save the legs a little bit. And then we picked up the next 5. Now I knew at the next 5 I was gonna see Connie. So I wore the gray shirt, the long sleeve shirt, because it was like 49 degrees at the start of the race, but I knew it was gonna warm up and I'd see her at mile 10. So mile 9, I took the shirt off, and you saw me hand that to her in the video. So my next 5 miles were, again, I was feeling good, a little bit faster: 10:14, 10:16, 10:22, 10:09, 10:18. So up to mile 10, I was feeling really, really good. sticking to the plan, the whole nine. Even the next 5 miles, going from 15 or 10 to 15, I was feeling good. I did stop for a quick bathroom break at a porta potty that had no line to it, which was great. But my next 5 miles were 10:36, 10:36, 10:35, 11:33, and 10:49. Now 11:43, 33, 1, 2, 3. That was closer to probably mile 19. That's when things started to. No, this is mile 15. Yeah, this is mile 15. So I was starting to feel it a little bit more. There was a little bit of hills. You know, you just start walking a little bit. My feet were hurting. That's when the wheels started to fall off, because the next 5 from 15 to 20, so 12:11, 11:53, 14:10, 13:59, 14:26. That was the pain. That was one of the worst parts. The last 5 miles, 13:24, 15. That was my slowest mile. 13:56, 13:18, 14:45, and so that 20 to 25 was brutal. And then I finished, you know, moving forward in a light jog, slow. It was a lot more jog than walk at that point, because I was trying to will myself to the finish line, and I did what I could. Overall time was 5:17. 25. Race time might be off by a few seconds, but it's still 5:17. Did I hit my goal? No, not at all. I was 45 minutes off that. Did I set a PR? Yes. My previous PR was 5:29, so it was a 12-minute PR. Yeah. Nutritionally, what did I do? Well, I had 2 hand bottles, 12 ounces of base hydro with 2 scoops of hydro, so I had about 580 milligrams of sodium in each bottle. One I got at mile 10, the other one I had at the start. I was using Cliff blocks, so 1 serving every 30 minutes, so I was killing that. Nutritionally, I did fine. You might have saw briefly at the very last clip of the previous video, I had salt like all up on my face. I was super salty from sweating, but I didn't cramp. So I was able to, you know, replace enough sodium that I wasn't cramping on the run, which was ideal, because the next challenge is going to need that information. I don't recall if I put extra sodium in the hydration, but I can assure you going forward that will be the case. And then every aid station I took some water, a couple cups of water, just to kind of, you know, drink. I did not touch Gatorade because I did not want to see it come back. But yeah, so that was the race. Great course, no traffic. There was the worst part of the course was there was a 3 or 4 mile stretch that was in the woods. It was on a running trail, and it was so boring. It was like trees everywhere. So like this, it looked cool, looked good. It was shaded, so it was great. But there was zero support. It was just like the most boring thing. My AirPods died at probably like 4 hours and change, and whatever. The only other thing that sucked was the last 40 minutes of the race. I was so dehydrated that like closing my lips were dry, my whole mouth would get dry, and I couldn't find enough water. So I'm like trying to generate some kind of saliva, and it just was not working. But I think had I finished 45 minutes earlier, I would have been okay. Overall, that was the race. It was a really good race. I will do it again at some point in the future. I don't know when. My schedule has to allow for it. But end of the day, I didn't hit my goal, but I set a PR. Okay. Again, what could we have done differently? I think we could have gone more volume in the training, and a lot of it had to do with time, hitting those diminishing returns, that borderline, and then just the distance. Another thing that probably impacted me was the footwear. I ran in the Carbon X's. Dawn was like, that probably hurt your foot more than the other ones would have. I didn't have time to buy a new pair of Hokas before the race, which I would have liked to do, because then I would have had fresher cushion. I had 400 miles or so on those Rincons, the red ones, and I wasn't sure, like the last couple long runs, they had started to really impact my lower legs. Could have been fatigue in the leg that really impacted and just kind of threw me off, but I probably made the wrong shoe selection, and I'm okay with that. What have I done this week since the race? I've done nothing. Sunday was the race. It's Friday. I've sat on my ass every day since in order to recover. Monday and Tuesday I was hella sore. Wednesday I was only partially sore. Yes, Thursday I was finally not sore, and today I feel great. So tomorrow I'll get back to work and I'll do a workout. Unfortunately, I am not Nick Bear, who's gonna go and run 2 days after running a marathon, because even if I was conditioned to recover quickly, I wanted to take a week off. I wanted to take some time off and kind of just let my body just recover. What is next? Well, the next race is kind of a big race for me. I have a lot of races I have a couple races in 2024, but the next one is the big one for me. It's my A race, and I have an Olympic and another half after that, but this one is the race. April 27th, 2024, the Woodlands, Texas, Ironman, Texas. Now, why is this big race? Well, first off, it's Chasing Kona Season 3. The next reason why this is such a big race is it's essentially the Tri-Posse Challenge. And why do I say that? Well, I'm racing it, I'm coaching an athlete who's racing it, and my coaches are racing it. So Dom, Helen, and myself will all be towing the line in the same race to go head to head to head at Ironman, Texas. And it's gonna be fun. They're gonna push me, I'm gonna push them. Dom already started trash talking in Training Peaks, told me to bring my A game because I'm gonna need every bit of everything I got to beat them. And that's the only game I got. I don't have a backup plan. If they beat me, it's gonna be because on that day they were better. If I beat them, it's gonna be because on that day I was better. So my plan is to make them work super hard on the course, and hopefully they burn out before they pass. One of us passes each other. It's going to be fun. It's going to be 20 weeks of training leading into that race, possibly some extra stuff beyond the finish line on that one. But it's something I'm really looking forward to. It wasn't supposed to be a challenge, but I remember how this came about real quick. Dom and I had talked about when his last Ironman was, and he was like, I don't know, it's been a while. And I said, why don't you race Texas with me? And then once he agreed to it, it kind of snowballed into, oh, I'm gonna talk shit the entire way that we're racing, the entire training prep. And it sucks for me because he sets my training for me. So he knows what I'm doing. I don't know what he's doing. So either way, it's gonna be a fun training block. It's gonna be 20 weeks of fun. I have a completely different environment than they do to train in. I've got more hills. I've got, heat. I'll be able to acclimate a little bit better to the heat than they will, but they'll have the humidity, so it's going to be back and forth, and it should make for a very interesting race. And if they win, it's because they were better than me on that day. But I'm coming with everything I got. Believe that, Dom. You better come with some reserve tanks of gas, because I'm going to make you work your ass off on that bike. Okay? But yeah, that's my race report. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, like this video, go back and watch some other ones, watch the Chasing Kona video series from season 1 or season 2 right here. They're both good series, what you're gonna see. And if you wanna see different stuff this year, comment below what you want to see in this training block. We got a new strength training plan, we got new triathlon training. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff. It's gonna be it's going to be different. It's going to be a lot, but it's definitely going to be a little bit more than just running. So I'll be more consistent with videos. I promise. If you actually like my videos, I promise I'll be more consistent with this next series. So on that, thank you for watching. Thanks for following. Sorry I didn't hit my PR. I didn't hit my goal. I did get a PR. Oh, and the last thing I said 2 videos ago, if you came close to my predicted time, I would give you a gift. Last week I said I would get you a t-shirt for Chasing Kona Season 3. I gotta do that. So, going through the comments on that video 2 videos ago, there were 3 inputs. All of you were really, really close on top of each other, but Mikey Boitnot, you are one of my strength clients for Try Possibilities, but you had a 4:16 finish and you were the closest one to my 5:17. Everybody else was under you. So you will get a t-shirt as soon as I order them. Remember, it's gonna be one of 2, because I'm gonna get one for myself at the same time. So I will contact you and we will arrange you getting your shirt as soon as I order it, and that'll be that. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for following. If you want to see stuff, comment below. Like, subscribe, share, send this to people. For 2024, I want to hit 5,000 subscribers. I know I'm not even at 200. I'm not even at 2,000. How am I going to get 5,000? I don't know. We're going to figure it out. 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. And that'll be that. All right, guys. See you next video. Chasing Kona, Season 3, Woodlands, Texas. Let's go.